Okay, I want to give everybody a brief introduction to Bluebeam Studio. I think it's something that would be beneficial for us to use to mark up PDFs so that multiple people can actually be in the marked up PDF at any given time, and that information could be passed on to project engineers and to drafters, and we don't have 5 different sets of markups floating around. So what you do to do Bluebeam Studio doesn't mean that it has to be a live session with everyone logged on at the same time. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. It's basically a shared document that's saved in the cloud. It's the PDF that you can put your markups in. Other people can put their markups in. They can see your markups, and it like I say, it's beneficial, and you don't have to have people putting in the same markup over and over again if they see somebody else has already done it. Okay, so getting into Bluebeam, the icon on the left hand side that says Studio, you would have to enter that. You need to have a username and password. Your username would be your email address. If you haven't set one up, you can set one up here. Obviously, you would set it up for the United States. And if you can, use your password that you use to log on into our system. So you hit sign in. And you can set it up so that you stay signed in. So every time you get into Bluebeam, you don't have to re-sign in. All right, so within Bluebeam, there's projects, which that can be a project where you upload various documents and then that gets shared with people. But more importantly, there's sessions. Sessions are documents that get uploaded, and you invite other users to get on to do markups and whatnot. So I'm going to start a new session. So I'm going to add a session. And I'm going to call this session Bluebeam Test. Okay, so now I have this Bluebeam Test. I can upload documents into it. I can invite people. So the first thing that I think I'll do is I will invite someone here. So I'm going to invite Marty. And to invite someone, you just type in their email address. You can put a message in here that will come across when they get the email. Say, okay, it's going to send the email to their email address. All right, so then documents, you can add in a file. You go and you would find a PDF that you want to review and share with someone to review. This doesn't have to be held just to drawings either. It can be Word documents, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so you put that in and it's going to load it up. Once this gets loaded up, the document is in the cloud. It's not going to be on our server. It's sitting on the cloud. You can access it from anywhere. I believe you can invite people that don't actually even have Bluebeam to do a Bluebeam review session, and they can actually mark things up through the cloud. So once the document's up there and everyone starts marking things up, that's really what you're going to go to look at to see the markups. When the markup is done, one thing I would say is it should be removed from the cloud. It could be saved for one session. There's no reason to keep a running tally of every markup we've ever had. But it is good to download it so that you always have the most current drawing that you're marking up in the cloud for people to see. So we'll go to this document, and then once you're in it, you just mark it up just like you do in Bluebeam at any time. right? So you use your tools. You can use your cloud tool, put in a comment, fix this. I don't know that there's anything wrong. Obviously, you would want to try to be a little bit more definitive or descriptive than just fix this. But you can see down here at the bottom, it has the markup that I put in here. It's a cloud. The author was me. This tells the date that was put in, the color of the markup, and what the comment is. And there's other things that you can put in here. If you go to the, I think it's the, yeah, columns, and you can pick other things. Most of these things you probably would not need ever, but there may be an occasion where you're doing a takeoff or something and you want to use the count or something like that. So, so you can put that comment in. You can do just like you would with anything else. You can copy and paste it. If you copy and paste it, it adds that as another comment. There's a status here that you can actually, someone can look at it, and this might be good for the project engineers or for the drafters, that once they've done it, they can say accepted, and it shows who it was accepted by. This was accepted by me, but if it was a markup for the drafters, when they pick up whatever comment on the drawing that has to be done, they can mark it as accepted. You know, they could also put in a line through the thing, either with a highlighter, you know, and just do that to show that they've done the markup. Whatever, you can do anything you could do normally with Bluebeam. When you're done, you just exit out of this. It is saved in the cloud. Like I say, anybody can get in there. You can follow someone around when they're in the document by selecting follow, and it will just kind of follow them along. This will send an email giving updates to what's going on in the document. There's probably a way to set up the frequency for that. I haven't looked into that, but if that's something that interests anybody, then my guess is it would be someplace in notifications or in the preferences. So that's how you set it up. When you're done and you want to download this, you can get to the document and you can download it, and then you can also delete it. All right, so that's it.